You've probably seen the TikToks, the Instagram Reels, the flashy YouTube ads. Someone claiming they built a faceless YouTube channel, outsourced everything, and now they're making tens of thousands of dollars a month, while barely lifting a finger. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, here's the truth, no one tells you. In 2025, YouTube automation isn't dead. But it's a very different game than the one all those gurus are selling you. And if you go in with the wrong expectations, you're going to waste months of your life, burn through your budget, and walk away thinking the whole thing was a scam. When I first heard about YouTube automation, it sounded like I'd found a secret money machine. The pitch was simple: create videos without showing your face, outsource the scripting, the editing, the thumbnails, and just collect the AdSense checks every month. No awkward filming, no personal brand to maintain, no expensive cameras or fancy studios. Just automate the process, post videos, and watch the money roll in. I'd been making videos for years, but this sounded like a shortcut. I was seeing screenshots of channels getting millions of views and supposedly pulling in insane amounts of ad revenue. People were claiming they were buying Lambos off faceless channels. I thought, if they can do it, why can't I? So I jumped in headfirst. Within a few days, I had what I thought was a genius idea: a compilation channel of the most viral memes on the internet. It felt like the perfect niche. Easy to produce, guaranteed to get views, and no camera required. I spent hours crafting my first video, cutting clips, syncing music, making sure it was funny and fast-paced. I uploaded it, hit publish, and sat back, ready for my overnight success. A week later, it had 50 views, not 50,000, 50. That was my first reality check. But instead of quitting, I doubled down. I made another video, better edited, tighter pacing. And this time, it got around 7,000 views. And then, it happened. My third upload went viral. 100,000 views in a matter of days. My watch hours skyrocketed. I hit 1,000 subscribers in under a month. I was convinced I'd cracked the code. And then I slammed straight into my first big wall. Compilation channels are almost impossible to monetize in 2025. YouTube has tightened its monetization rules so much that unless your content is completely transformed, meaning original commentary, unique editing, and actual value beyond just reusing clips, you're going to get flagged for reused content. It didn't matter that I had 30,000 subscribers and millions of views. My channel was worth exactly $0 in ad revenue. Well, not exactly zero. I sold it to a guy in Russia for $3,000. That's when I realized that views alone don't pay the bills. So I went back to the drawing board. If I wanted to make YouTube automation work, I needed a niche with real monetization potential, something advertisers actually pay a high CPM for. After researching, I found the usual suspects: finance, investing, tech, self-improvement. I settled on personal finance and named my channel The Money Navigator. This time, I was determined to do it right. I hired freelancers for editing, paid for a thumbnail designer, used AI to write scripts and narrate videos so I could keep costs low. It felt like automation was working exactly as advertised. My first video was titled something like 5 Signs You're Doing Well Financially. I uploaded it, expecting magic to happen. Nothing. A few hundred views in the first week. But I wasn't worried. Sometimes videos pick up over time, and sure enough, about a month later, it took off. Over 20,000 views, hundreds of new subscribers. I thought, here we go again. But then reality hit. Again, the next 3 videos I posted completely flopped, not just underperformed, flatlined. Even when I replaced the AI voice with my own, spent more time on editing, and improved my thumbnails, nothing worked. Looking back, the problem was obvious. The videos had no personality. No reason for viewers to remember the channel or come back for more. Technically fine, but emotionally empty. And this is the trap most automation channels fall into in 2025. YouTube is oversaturated with faceless content now. In 2018, you could get away with low-effort videos. In 2020, you could still ride trends. But in 2025, viewers expect more. Way more. If you think automation means throwing generic stock footage together with a robotic voice and making thousands, you're already setting yourself up to fail. Because here's the truth. Automation is not set it and forget it. It's not passive. It's a business. And just like any business, it needs strategy, quality control, and real investment. I've seen the numbers. Across every niche, most automation channels in 2025 fail within the first 6 months. The average successful one still makes less than $100 a month. The ones pulling in thousands. They're run like legit companies. So why do 99% fail? First, they pick the wrong niche. They chase trends that fade in months, or topics that have no long-term audience. Sure, you might get lucky with a viral hit, but you can build a business on luck. Second, they cheap out. They use bargain basement editors, generic footage, and AI voices that sound lifeless. YouTube is competitive. If you're not giving people something better than the next creator, you'll disappear. Third, They believe the hype. They expect $10,000 months right out of the gate. When the money doesn't roll in immediately, they give up. And fourth, and this is the killer, they don't build a brand. They treat each video like a lottery ticket instead of a piece of a bigger story that viewers can connect with. Now, in 2025, here's what actually works. You choose a niche that has evergreen potential, something people will still care about in 3 years, not just 3 weeks. You invest in high-quality production from the start, sharp editing, great thumbnails, strong storytelling. You build a consistent style so people recognize your videos instantly, and you play the long game. Yes, you can still make crazy money with YouTube automation, but it's no longer about being first, it's about being best. If you're thinking of starting a channel now, my advice is simple. Don't go in thinking it's passive income from day one. Treat it like building a media company. Plan your content, test ideas, analyze your analytics, and be ready to reinvest your earnings. It's not easy, it's not fast. But if you do it right, it can still change your life. So in 2025, automation isn't dead. But the gold rush is over. The low-hanging fruit has been picked. Now it's about skill, creativity, and patience. And if you're willing to bring those 3 things to the table, you just might be in the 1% that succeed.